Gamers, we're so back, and it's so over. Is that what they say? Ooh, I keep on choosing enchanted items, losing. It's like in my brain. Well, you know what I'm talking about? Little known artist by the name of Taylor Swift. Alright, I'm just going to be honest. Deadly Pet Rock doesn't matter to me at all. Turbo Coral seems interesting. But Restorative Ambergris seems like the only thing that we could buy that could, like, by itself break the game. So I feel like I have to give it a try. I want to see aquatic weapons, please. Holy cow. They love it. 7 seconds, 9 seconds. I mean, grappling hook seems like it could function as a very mild and bad synergy with mantis shrimp. I do think it should be like that. You're not aquatic. You're not aquatic. It's like full on level the ambergris as quickly as possible. We just want it to create like the most disgusting heal that it possibly could. 8 is not that disgusting. One heal per second is really not what we want to see. one heal per second, lump sum especially, is not what we want to see. But there's a loop to this right now, which is nice. What we definitely want to see is lighter. Lighter's the big play here. Now we can talk. We can talk a little bit. So I think in this case now we could say this gets the engine going. Not a big grappling hook head, but it's mostly the loop. I mean, really, if anything, you should get cut. And then you should get added because your heal is meaningless. That's more like it. That's more like it, boys. And then we have a friend, so no matter what, you want to consider this so you can get to level 3 by tomorrow. And then, as backwards as this looks, because you also become a stud when you level up, if we ever want restorative ambergris to pop, we got to start popping it right away. And now I'm actually like, wait a tick. 24 heal is not nothing, man. 24 heal is not nothing at all. I just don't trust the mantis shrimp to do anything. It's not a ton, but it's not nothing. And now we can really start to...
I may be young for a captain, but I've seen...
Wait, do we need to upgrade it as quickly as possible? I don't think it matters. Anyway, I'm looking at your... Oh, I was going to say I'm looking at your board and I'm thinking I rinse you. But now that I'm really looking at it, I'm remembering that Shark Claws has changed and is kind of a menace to society these days. So I got a little fear in my heart. I do also know slowing the Lanjon is going to help us out a lot. We have a heal that's going to hit the spot, but it's going to be a little tight. It's going to be a little bit of a loss is what it's going to be. It's going to be a little loss. It was real close. We lost by approximately 1 mantis shrimp, but I'm going to try not to think about that. Turns out maybe mantis shrimp still mogs grappling hook, but I'm pot committed here. I know what I got. That also would have been helpful, to be honest. What'd you give me? What'd you give me there? Is that an aquatic? We'll never know. Wallace. Where's Wallace? We found him. Stringer. We found him. Or who's... I haven't seen The Wire yet. I'm watching The Sopranos right now. I'm not sure if I mentioned it. But it's going to be like that. For now. With one of these. And then, without a doubt, it's you.
Now this will inspire the crew.
It's 2 value and has double heal, so it goes 4x. Okay. I don't really want to pay for a weapon. I think you should give me a weapon for free, so that and it's an aquatic, even better. This way, I've got more money to spend on stuff that matters to me, like aquatic items. I think we definitely rinse you. Getting a slow would be sick, man, because it'll buff mantis shrimp early, which matters to me. Also, Zoracid, now giving 2 seconds of haste, gets the flywheel going like crazy on lighter. It's not quite there yet, if we're being honest with one another. It's not quite there, but it's gonna happen, okay? It's gonna happen. It would also be nice if at some point lighter did enough damage that like the burn stayed stacking instead of just fading away, but I'm not sweating all that too much. You don't have to worry about that all that much. The important thing is we're chilling. We're big chilling right now. 2 damage for you. Little Zor Acid for you. How's your father? And honestly, we're in a great spot. We can use almost anything you have. Especially any loot you have, at least.
Maybe a skirmish.
That's actually fine. Actually better than fine. Kind of amazing. 20 heal? Would have had to buy like 10 aquatic items to get that. So we want to see aquatics. Aquatics. I think you're kind of bad. I think you're kind of bad. Get out of my dreams, get into my car. You're kind of bad. You're kind of bad. You're at least a decent weapon. You're an aquatic. You're a weapon. You're sold. I don't know why I bought you. Reloading grenade is something. Or maybe... I almost feel like I'm too attached to this combo. Like we'd be better off just having extra shield out there. Yeah, that sounds right to me. Let's look for medium items in the hopes that there's some aquatics in there. I mean, there's no way you're not aquatic. A little pricey, no doubt about that. Roll and buy a small aquatic. They don't have those. They don't sell those here. Haters will say it's fake. I'm not giving up lighter because burn is so important if you're going to end up rocking Zor Acid, and Zor Acid is really good. You buy when you buy when you buy. I'm going to buy a fishing rod because it's an aquatic and it gives us more gold to spend in the future. That's my ticket on that one. And then you're going to give me a bronze tier aquatic, which counted as a purchase. I'll take that any day of the week. And then you also, if I put, I mean, you do something, and you do freeze. You haste an aquatic for 2 seconds, bro. I think we want you to have the haste go off more often, and then just a Yeti crab out there. Just people forget, okay? The Yeti crab also freezes. It's not just the fact that he can really enable a poison item. He also freezes. Powder flask bolus. Oh. Shark claws, man. The shark claws. We can't afford to, like, slow play it because of these shark claws. If anything, freezing the shark claws instead of the katana would be enormous for us if we could make it happen. Because we can't keep this fight going, man. They outscale us to the extreme. Because we don't scale. It's unwinnable. Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, shark claws are just really good right now. I would love to be rocking them. I would happily add some shark claws into my own ecosystem should the opportunity present itself. We got 5 gold. I don't know why I keep doing that. I'm sorry. With 5 gold, hard to go to JJ when we could just... I was just going to say maybe get an aquatic there. I'm putting some faith in this ambergris, man. And not everybody's going to feel the same way, obviously. But I feel that way. I don't feel like transforming these. 3 regen is pretty minor, don't get me wrong. But so I'm starting to believe that this runs in a tight spot.
That's just sad.
What if you had a yo-yo? What if you had a yo-yo and a Zor Acid and a lighter working in conjunction with one another? What if you had Piggles? What do Piggles do again? They charge adjacent smalls, and when you win a fight, you get one. Don't see too many Piggles these days. Not IRL, I mean like in the game. Don't be glib. I think I'm diagnosing what's wrong with this run right now, and I think it's pretty obvious. If we're going to rely on Zor Acid for so much damage, the haste is nice, but at some point you got to kill something, right? You need to have more burn.
Cast aside your detriments.
I mean, silencer's always interesting. Could lower your cooldown by a bit. You're aquatic. And you're done, bud. By the way, you're done, bud. Although you do give us econ. Maybe I would be compelled to sell you two. We got 7 gold left. There's a buy and a sell.
Friend.
I think our build is not going to, like, out-heal our opponents, though. It's funny that we got this item right after we said that.
I can feel our energies resonate.
We'd definitely rather sell fishing net and go silver fishing rod.
Me to what you needed.
We're going to level one more time. Our board's going to expand. Not really thrilled with where we stand. Your leftmost poison item that doesn't exist has extra poison. Okay. Alrighty then. I'm trying to think of, like, adjacent smalls. Every 8 seconds, charge adjacent smalls. I feel like we pop it down like that. You being... I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know, okay? I don't know. It's a very strange Vanessa build. It's like a healing Vanessa build that doesn't apply any poison. If we could just get, like, even a jellyfish that does 3 poison,
Go ahead.
I'd at least feel like we can put the enemy on a timer. Crow's Nest, Trebuchet, Epicurean Chocolate? This is... Okay, this is insulting. If we don't beat this build, this is like a disaster. No disrespect to someone who's probably either in the trenches right now or just learning the game. But, like, this, I will never disrespect... What that was a spicy meatball, by the way. I will never disrespect Tempo for giving me this opponent right now. I really appreciate that. I kind of needed a win. And it's still, like, our run kind of sucks, man. And it's my fault. But we can get there, okay? We can get there.
Plunder. More plunder.
We're trying to become like a Mac build with regen that's not as continuous as and reliable as regen actually is. Why is my HP so low, dude? Piranha? My small aquatics are always piranha? Skill. Weapons, strength. Right, most, okay. Burn that stays on, or is starting to get to the point where it stays on, is a little bit more interesting. Chum Bucket has a certain je ne sais quoi. I think I'm going to sell Piggles, because they're ticking me off. We can run Chum on the board. I'm almost feeling like, maybe you want Seaweed takes 7. No. I respect this. Prince Marianas is pretty tough. I really don't know what we're trying to find, to be honest.
Tells me.
I don't think there's anything here I'd be, like, super stoked to get. Crow's Nest is always nice. Just so you have the option for, like, a pivot, you know? But really, this build has no... It has no sauce right now. Being able to heal for a staggering amount is all well and good, but it means a little bit less when, like, Seaweed is healing you for, like, basically more than your max HP. So I'm trying to say, like, this run has a limited future unless we can figure something out. We gotta find a way out. Another way out, by the way, might be a little Fruit Ninja animation there. Did you see that? If we could just apply enough shield to ourselves, then there's a certain something happening here. There's 400 right out of the gate. And then we want aquatics, man.
It's my favorite air breather.
Do we have a tool? Yeah, man. Make a game where you have to think. If you think for 3 seconds, the servers crash on you and take all the information off the screen. It's driving me. It's driving me a little insane. Okay.
This belonged to my
No, I'm chill. I'm chill.
I mean,
Calmer than you are. We have an ammo item. We technically have a property. We'd love to have an ammo item that's not a weapon. Because then like flagship plus lifesteal has a certain something going on. But you know what? That's where we're at. That's where we're at. You're done. I'm not taking you. I'm committing to this ambergris. for now, for the time being.
This is how you win the war.
2 damage, 2 shield for each friend you have. Weapons have 10% crit chance. I'm rebuilding my team through the draft, I guess is what I'm trying to say. What a name, man. What a name. Rebuilding my team through the draft. I almost feel like you don't need to be there. And I feel like you don't need to be there, which means you can be here just amping up this seaweed, trying to make it so that we never die, effectively. But I think we stand a very good chance of losing today. But we can get a gold small aquatic every single day, which for day 5, which is what we're going to be on the first time we get a payout, that's pretty okay, man. Now, they got all sorts of damage over time. I don't like our odds. Let's start right there. We do heal quite immensely. Probably not fast enough. I think it's becoming abundantly clear. We need to be able to do damage faster. And that's a given. But we knew that. We knew that coming in. We just didn't get what we needed. And also our gold situation is like pretty rough. So, what on earth are we looking for? I'm gonna freak out. I'm gonna freak out.
Few warriors live
There must be something, man. Listen, I don't think that's a lot, but it doubled its damage, which probably makes it by far our best damage dealer. This is huge. Okay, hang on. Now things are coming to pass. Double crit damage, double damage. The obsidian cutlass is like non-negotiable. It had to be done. We need to find a way to build around it. Gold sniper's tempting too, but the damage enhancer. Oh, please God, some kind of weapon skill that raises damage. I don't even need, we don't have anything related to poison, so I'm not sweating that in the slightest. Freeze an item for 4 seconds is something, man. I think I'm discovering how this could come to pass. You run Zor Acid adjacent to Obsidian Cutlass, trying to get like a little flywheel going here. Hasted Seaweed or Aquatic? No, it's Hasted Seaweed. We're gonna need some healing, and you're gonna give Rocket Boots to make Zor Acid better. You're gonna get, or the Golden Shadow Cloak would be cinema because I also didn't take Crow's Nest, which would be like, oh, imagine if you hadn't sold Crow's Nest. Like, there's something for everybody, man. There's something for everybody. There's meat on this one. You or you, you or you, you or you, you or you would be so sweet, man. Joker Protocol loading. Sells items. What do you got for me? You're making me sick, quite frankly. Like, we do haste, okay? When you use an adjacent item, burn 1. Okay, man. Okay, okay. You're done. You're done. When you use an adjacent item, burn 1. And then when you haste, charge this 2 seconds. Like, am I insane to think that I just put you down? You get a lot of haste. Okay. Not as much haste as I would like, but no one can accuse me of not trying to make this run happen. Medikit for healing. Medikit for healing. We have no gold. 10 heal is, I mean, we're not even an aquatic run anymore. We don't really need the seaweed as much as we used to. We're semi-aquatic. Reloading Cutlass. Dentoven 9740. This strikes me as one of those classic Bazaar runs where it falls apart early and stays apart forever. How much is that cove? 20 cove, fiery figurehead, and a fiery coral. It's very interesting with the Epcot music nonetheless. Very interesting. Our burn is good because our burn is what keeps the Zor Acid charging, which is very important for us. We still lost, but we lost for once with some hope in our heart. That feels a little bit better. And we are 1-4, which we've been in worse positions than that, sadly, but I'm starting to believe there's something to this run. Now, given the circumstances, we know we don't want gold illusory. So, let's transform it. And it's a bit of a miracle ball here. Okay, like it will generate more haste. We'd really prefer it to be like this, but then we gotta... It should be fine. So there, 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 there. That's way better. I forgot that we had the handedness skill. That actually might have changed everything. I'm off my game right now. Then you would love to have another aquatic right here. So maybe it is a seaweed play, and then Chum Bucket goes faster. So then you get more haste, more charges on Pufferfish, more burn. The burn charges Zor Acid. It's a little bit convoluted. But, okay, now a golden pearl is like non-negotiable. You probably want to keep seaweed. I'm a Chum Bucket fan, but it's going to give you a lot more haste to use with the jellyfish. And then honestly, just try it, man. I know Lone Shark is kind of crazy now with the shark claws, but it's so crazy that we actually just may need it. Okay, the flywheel has begun. We have like 5 win conditions. And I want to be very clear. I think having 5... Oh, I was so scared that we died. I think having 5 win conditions is bad. I would rather have 1 win condition that we were focused on. See, now that's very interesting. We gotta look.
Hello, little sentient.
There's so much going on here, man. Oh. The multicast is really sick. Even with the cooldown, because it would also just... It doesn't really matter that much if the cooldowns have increased when we get extra charges, you know? I tried to use it once and it failed miserably. You're never making it back. You're never making it back. You're probably not making it onto the board. So if you were to run that, you'd still probably run Obsidian Cutlass. Or, sorry, you'd cut Obsidian Cutlass. You'd cut Seaweed. You'd run Shipwreck. Oh, brother. Shipwreck, the idea is, why is it good? You get multicasts. Multicasts give you double the haste, double the charge. Even, okay, yeah. You've convinced me. You're enchanted, so I gotta keep you.
Whatever that is for, I hope it pleases you.
In this case, something's gotta go next to Zor Acid, though, man. Because it's a charge item. You're also you're a charge item, you're not, but you need to be between 2 charge items. You need to be... Oh, you just move it over 1. Obviously. What happened to my brain, man? Don't answer that. Let's take the Tyrant's whole kingdom. Upgrade to silver or lower. Alright, that was way more than I thought it would be. Realistically, we're not going to be able to afford a skill upgrade. That's econ, man. I'll live with that. Now, I don't know how this is going to go.
I may be young for a captain, but
the lighter going off fast is going to be very helpful to get everything else popping via the Zor Acid. Maybe you don't need to be here anymore. No, because your burn charges the Zora acid. That's important. Which gives haste, which charges the pufferfish, which charges everything else. Okay, yeah. Okay, I understand now. I'm getting it now. It does seem to take a minute. Yes! We're back! What were your stats? 4 wins. 4 wins in 6 days. We're back. We're back. To be able to tie a build like that is a great sign of things to come, I hope. Holy cow, man. What do? You're cut? You're very interesting, man. You're very interesting indeed. 10 seconds. You take 7 seconds to charge when something goes off. You job with you. I think I'm going to try you out here for a second. The burn gives us 1 second of charge, whereas this gives us 2. Well, you multi. It's another aquatic, which triggers everything faster. I think. Then, crazy as it may seem, if I could turn... Okay, bud. If I could turn you into an obsidian pufferfish or something, that would be crazy. I'm gonna keep you around. I don't think you're ever making it back. Seaweed, I don't know, man. You might take the spot of this at some point, but then you have no burn on Zora acid. But what are you doing? Valid question, man. Don't lie to me. It's a valid question, Walt. I'm not spending any gold. We're very gold poor. Let's try, if we're able to beat Ghost Pepper, some of the skills may change the way we feel about this run. I mean, obviously a gold lighter would be better. Cinders would be an upgrade, but like being able to get regen every time we apply burn might change the way we feel about our loadout to an extent. Alright, we got some sauce coming out here. Like, we were able to apply quite a lot of poison to you in a very short period of time. When you burn, gain 6 regen. See, that's very interesting. As somebody who doesn't have any form of healing, that's very interesting. It's very interesting. We should have gone for another shield item now that I think about it. Wait, when you overheal? Charge this 1 second. Okay, that's not what we want at all, but it's an interesting idea. Gold tier skills, please. Weapon cooldowns reduced. Your poison items have more poison when you freeze. This isn't My Bloody Valentine, dude, okay? When you use your leftmost item, burn 3. Okay, now you're raising something very interesting, I think. Because I feel like now we can literally just do this. Cut the lighter, because we're going to be generating a ton of burn off of you. And then put in, ideally, another aquatic so that it gets the double cast. And all of our burn can now come from the skill. You're very interesting, but I don't think you're good enough. Similarly, this gains haste 4 points. Same thing.
I'm sure you'll still
We got every base covered now. Kind of. I wouldn't say I'm 100% confident. But I do think we've got kind of like a great loadout. We just want to upgrade the stuff we have. We want to enchant pearls, if I had to guess. Burns or haste would go crazy on the pearls to trigger the charges. Freeze is very annoying. This getting frozen could be a big problem. Could stop our engine in its tracks. I'd like to use some of my skills if possible. If it's all the same to you, I wouldn't mind using some of my items. Oh my god, we rinsed you. We got a chance, man. The regen piled on like crazy. Their build seemed pretty good. At least it froze me, which tends to be a sign of like badness to come. You're nothing. You're interesting and you are aquatic. But we don't freeze. You're the only thing that would freeze, so you don't fly here. You don't fly here. But you do. That would have been bad. Obsidian disguise? I'll just be honest, you're ticking me off. There you go. How do you feel about that? Two can play that game, buddy. Now everything's changed, man. Double the effects. You come over. You get the poison. I forgot where I put you. I'm pretty sure it's there. I mean, the cooldowns, obviously the cooldowns would be sick. You don't even think about it. You're overthinking it. You go cooldown reduction any day of the week. And if you get a gold feather on this, you're loving life. If you get 12% crit chance increase, you're loving life. If you get crit haste, you say, you know what? The haste would actually go crazy. We don't have anything to enable that high crit chance yet, but that could change. We're almost on Gumball Day. There's something to this. I'm not saying it's a 10-piece, because we're going to have to fight through some serious battles to even get to 7. There's more in here than I thought. I'm taking the shield because I want to win now. And I want silver loot. And I don't want cinders in the slightest, to be honest with you. And I'm not going to bother transforming it. You're gone. You're gone. Honestly, you're gone. But I appreciate for a while. You gave me the idea that non-weapon items, these getting upgraded would be huge. This is potentially very nice. You're very interesting. You're very interesting. Very interesting for me to poop on. What I would say about that. All right, wanted poster, and then people that are roughly on the same level as I am, although they're one level up. But I also went through some stuff. Okay, you wouldn't last a minute on the streets where they raised me. Radiant water wheel. That's a wasted enchantment because we don't freeze, slow, or destroy. It's kind of crazy. What do you got items I've never seen before from expansion packs I haven't even read the patch notes for. What do you got going on here, I guess is what I'm trying to say. What kind of sauce are you cooking up? I'm dead. I've been killed. How did you do that? Holy cow, the catfish went crazy. I'm on lethal. My run is good. Insane. This is it's going off. But what do? It goes on Pearl, without a doubt. To generate more haste triggers. To charge you.
I will not fail you.
Yeah. To charge you, which generates more haste on the jellyfish. No, it doesn't, but it's still good. Any chance, you know what? Actually, some scrap could go crazy. And then we're gonna get another enchantment too. I mean, they have more enchantments than me. That's the difference there. Nothing to do with my own skill level, of course. It's the enchantments, man. To prove, I was gonna say to prove it, I'm gonna fight Death Knight Reaper, but I don't think that's a good idea. But you have to try, because I believe in my run, man. I believe in my run. And you, I don't even know what we'd want from you, but I'll tell you what I want. What I really, really want is just the XP that you would give me. And then, like, a lot of gold for selling a big item would also be nice. And you can't simply affect me by freezing me, man. You can't simply affect me by freezing me, because look at this. My charge items still go off. I still hit you with a staggering amount of poison, and there's no recourse for you. You've faded into the abyss. Your life's over. I'm glad we went for it. Huge. It basically removed debuffs from your items. We want to see, not burn, although actually burn could have gone crazy on you to charge you to generate more haste. We want to see haste. We want to see haste or burn. What is that? Radiant? That's horrendous. That's god-awful. It's almost tempting to put you over. Actually, it is very tempting to put you over here so you can still generate burn in the event that you get frozen. Okay. Haste, slow, and cooldown items. We got to take a look, right?
Time not to buy this.
The jellyfish is tempting, but it's going to take more than that to get me out of bed. This run might be over way sooner than I feel like it should be over, man. You know what?
Food is life. Our bodies are just...
Don't snuff this run out in its prime, man. They're level 12.
I may be young for it, but I've seen my shifts.
Because I keep losing to Shipwreck, and then I run Shipwreck, and I'm like, this item stinks. Radiant Water Wheel. Go, the catfish again that's going to get crazy buffed. The heck is this? Okay, I mean, you put a lot of poison on me before I've done literally anything, but I'm coming for you. That is an awful lot of... That's a lot of poison, man. That's a crazy amount of poison. Oh my god, I lost to the Radiant Corsair ability. Every once in a while... Can I... If you'll allow me to say something. This is not your average 3-win build. That's a little cope. Every once in a while, you get served an injustice in this world which we live in. Me about to rinse a 7-win Vanessa on 3 wins with a genuinely good build, and then they have Fiery Rebirth is gross, man. Is gross. Now, did I remove all of my debuffs? Yeah, but they removed all their... Well, they didn't remove their debuffs, actually, but they did get 3,500 freaking HP. That is ticking me off. Anyway, for now, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. It's a great deal. Subscribe if you want to see more in the future. I'll see you next time. Later.